Hello my witchy friends, welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. My name is Sophie, I am the Midwest Magician, and today we are continuing our Vlogmas series. I do want to apologize, this has come out a little bit later than I was hoping, but I did unfortunately come down with some kind of sickness. I don't think it's a full-blown flu, but I do think it's a little bit of a nasty cold, so I apologize if you can hear that in this voiceover. To kick off week 3 of Vlogmas, I am making a Yule oil, and I will be anointing myself and one other thing that we'll get into later in the vlog for the winter solstice, as well as the 12 nights of Yule. And this is going to be to evoke warmth and light and prosperity and kind of bring my manifestations and wishes to fruition. If you've seen my other Vlogmas videos, then you will see a theme with the different herbs that I've chosen for this oil. I do have a playlist for Vlogmas on my channel if you have not seen week 1 and 2, but for this oil I have chosen dried orange, cedar, rosemary, salt, and peppercorn. The carrier oil that I've chosen is jojoba. I feel like that works the best for my personal skin type. And then I did this off camera, but once my incense was burned down and the ashes were cool, I did add a pinch of the balsam fir ash to my Yule oil as well. This last part was totally optional, but I have a ton of leftover yarn from those ornaments that I made and mentioned in Vlogmas week 1, so I just wanted to make a pretty little bow to put around my Yule oil. Now, I mentioned in the last Vlogmas video that I have to start my Yule feast a week in advance because I am making a fire cider tofu, and I'm not sure exactly how this turned out. It's still fermenting in my fridge right now, but there were some choices that I made this time that I'm not positive that I would make next time. Let's get into it. So for the original recipe, this was actually supposed to be fire cider pickled eggs, but since we are plant-based in my house, I am doing fire cider pickled tofu, and I really wanted to make sure that I got that kind of eggy flavor. So upon doing some research, it said that I should boil my tofu in order to get excess moisture out and draw salt in. So that is what I tried. I think it's a total lie. I don't think any excess moisture got pulled out. In fact, it came out so much soggier than it went in, but maybe I just did it wrong. I'm not totally sure. As I mentioned, I need these to taste eggy, and that is where black salt is going to come in handy. Now, I will say, boiling black salt in the house gives off quite a pungent odor. If you are plant-based, then you probably have black salt at home. If you are not plant-based and you've never used black salt, it is a very sulfuric salt, so it made the whole house smell kind of like eggy farts, for lack of a better term. But as pungent as it smells, we always use it in our tofu scrambles, and it does make everything taste just like eggs. So in its defense, it does the job. It's just a little stinky. This is the point where I realized I don't think that boiling the tofu was the right move, but you know what? We are moving forward, we're rolling with the punches, and I think it's still going to be delicious. It's just a little bit more soggy and has a lot more moisture than I was hoping for. So again, I think that Google lied to me, and I don't think that it pulls moisture out of the tofu. I think it just made it really soggy. I am using a cookbook as a template for this recipe, however, I did make quite a few adjustments. I've made a ton of batches of fire cider in the past, so old habits have kind of died hard, and I've adjusted the method for making the fire cider as well as a few of the ingredients. And that is not to say that I think the cookbook is wrong in any way, shape, or form. Again, old habits die hard, and with all of the fire cider that I've made, I just kind of went with the recipe that I am more used to and familiar with. And just like that, the fire cider is ready to go. The tofu is ready to be pickled, and I am very much looking forward to trying this recipe out. I'm not sure how the tofu is going to hold up over a week. It might just turn into a bunch of mush. I guess we will see. So for the 12 days of Yule, which begins on the winter solstice and goes all the way to New Year's Day, I will be celebrating by practicing the 12 wishes of Yule. And basically, if you're not familiar, you write 12 different wishes down on 12 pieces of paper, and each night as you light your Yule log or a candle, really whatever you prefer, you burn one of the wishes at random. And each of these wishes corresponds to a different month of the year, so the idea is that the first night, the wish that you choose at random is going to correspond to January, the second night, February, and so on. Now, the reason that I'm separating my papers into 3 separate piles is that I plan to release 4 different things, I plan to welcome in 4 different things, and I plan to wish for 4 different things. So the format in which I am writing these is I release, I welcome in, and I wish for. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I would be anointing something else with my Yule oil. So as I light the candles on my Yule log and anoint myself, I will also be anointing the piece of paper that I choose to burn for that night. And of course, I want to remember what these wishes are so I can look back at this time next year and reflect and see how these things manifested into my life. So I am writing them down in my book of shadows. As I'm writing down what I am releasing, what I'm welcoming in, or what I'm wishing for, I am taking the corresponding scrap of paper. I want to really give it my energy, so I breathe life into that piece of paper. For what I'm releasing, I fold away from myself, and welcoming in, as well as what I'm wishing for, I fold towards myself. I am really looking forward to having a ritual for 12 nights in a row. I think it's going to be so beautiful and so potent, and I'm excited to take you along for some of that. I wanted to thank you for watching this video and joining me on Vlogmas week 3. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I apologize that it's out a little bit late, and I'm sorry that my voice sounds a little bit sick, but thank you for being here regardless. If you made it to the end of the video, can you leave a fire emoji to represent the fire cider? I love to know who watches all the way to the end. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.